Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we are tearing down and deconstructing a highly engineered 10-second viral blueprint. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible how just a tiny piece of short-form content can so perfectly capture the insanely high stakes of academic writing. We're going to see exactly how complex, high-level educational advice gets perfectly packaged for our modern, super short attention spans. Let's get into it. Boom, right out of the gate, you get hit with this brutal hook in the first 2 seconds. Your abstract is the reason nobody reads your paper. I mean, ouch, right? Complete with that awkward, grimacing emoji, bright white text piercing through a pitch black background, and a really jarring red glitch animation. It is literally designed to shock you. It's deeply relatable, and it completely stops your scroll by tapping right into every academic's absolute worst fear. All right, so let's start with part one, the problem. Why exactly does your research go unread? If you're a university student, a researcher, or a PhD candidate who desperately needs their work to be seen, you know the stakes here are urgent. If your abstract doesn't grab people right away, 0. That is the exact number of readers you're going to get. And the reel uses this bright red flashing fail aesthetic to perfectly frame the exact problem that the rest of the formula is going to solve for us. Let me read you a classic example of this fail state. This study examined social media and students. Data was collected and analyzed. Results showed significant findings. The failure here is actually amplified by the video's creator too. As the text pops up, you hear this really loud fail buzzer and a massive red X stamps over the words to signal just how completely ineffective it is. So, why does that paragraph guarantee you 0 readers? Well, it's ruthlessly simple. There are no numbers, there's no methodology, and there are 0 clear findings. It's just so vague. It tells the reader absolutely nothing about the actual value or the outcome of the research. And because of that, it guarantees that absolutely no one is going to invest their valuable time to read past it.
Which brings us to the next section, the transformation. How to actually write for citations.
You know how makeover shows keep you hooked with a dramatic before and after? Well, highly effective educational content does the exact same thing to show immediate value. Just listen to the difference here. We pivot from a weak passive phrase like social media directly to concrete data like the impact of Instagram. Suddenly, we aren't just hearing passive words anymore. We're dealing with specific platforms and very concrete actions. And the reward for making that transformation? A really bold promise, 100 citations. The whole vibe completely flips here from a harsh, stressful red to a validating green. It gives you this incredibly satisfying psychological shift from anxiety to achievement in just a matter of seconds. And of course, it's paired with a big green checkmark animation and a super satisfying success ding audio cue. So the anatomy of this successful academic summary is actually highly specific. A truly strong abstract has to contain specific numbers, an explicit methodology, and clear findings. And the kicker? It all has to be packed tightly into just 4 concise sentences. It really is an exercise in extreme clarity. Let's break down exactly how you do that in Section 3, the 4-part formula. See, this isn't just high-level theory. This is a core actionable formula that you're meant to literally save before your next submission. Here's how the steps unfold. Step 1 is the what and who, so what exactly you studied and your specific population. Step 2 is the how, your methodology. Step 3 is what you found, your key results, which absolutely must include hard numbers. And finally, Step 4 is why it matters, the broader, real-world implications of your work. Let's actually plug this in and see the formula in action on the first half of a strong abstract. Step 1. This study investigates the impact of Instagram on academic performance among 300 university students. Boom, we've got the what and the who. Step 2. Using quantitative methodology. And there is the how. Notice how clear and precise that is? It literally doesn't waste a single syllable. Okay, now for the big payoff in the second half. Step 3. Results reveal a significant negative relationship, p less than 0.05. Right there. Those are your hard numbers and your key findings. Step 4. Suggesting social media reduces GPA. That's the implication. That's why anyone should care. In just a handful of words, the entire value and conclusion of the research paper are made completely undeniable to any potential reader. Section 4. Engineering the viral reel. Let's take a step back and look at how this was all built. How exactly is this dense, super specific academic advice getting packaged into a 10-second dopamine hit that racks up saves and comments? Well, look at the calculated design choices working behind the scenes. A pure black background makes the bold red and green text absolutely pop. Fast, clean cuts every 2 to 3 seconds keep your eyes from wandering. And audibly, there is a trending, low-volume beat running underneath, punctuated by those fail buzzers, success stings, and whoosh transitions. The whole thing is completely engineered to retain our hyper-fragmented attention from the very first frame. Honestly, even the text is weaponized for attention. We're talking bold, white auto captions with a thick black outline, using a large font size explicitly designed for mobile readability. This is a crucial detail, you guys, because it ensures the educational message lands flawlessly, even if someone is just scrolling with their sound off on a crowded bus. And you can't ignore the camera moves, they are equally deliberate. There's this slow, tension-building zoom in on the weak abstract, followed by a super dramatic wipe transition to reveal the strong abstract, and it ends with a final zoom out on the formula itself. It gives the whole thing this professional, almost cinematic vibe, while keeping up a constant sense of urgency and momentum. All of this incredibly tight pacing drives toward one very specific ultimate goal. Right around the 8-second mark, bold, flashing text pops up saying, "Save this before your next submission," complete with a bouncing little floppy disk save emoji. They've agitated a massive pain point, given you a concrete solution, and now they are capitalizing on maximum engagement through saves. It's genius. It really is a brilliantly constructed piece of micro-education, and it leaves us all with a pretty critical question, one that applies whether you're actively writing a master's thesis right now, or you're just analyzing how effectively information spreads in today's digital world. By mastering these concise, high-impact formulas,